hidden in plain sight, scattered across history like fragments of a forgotten language. Symbols and clues have been left behind by those who understood something that most overlook. These were the builders of temples, the keepers of mysteries, individuals who did more than simply construct great monuments. They crafted a legacy that transcended stone, a blueprint not just for architecture, but for the transformation of the human mind and spirit. Imagine unlocking this hidden knowledge, learning to wield the same forces that shaped empires and guided the enlightened. Symbols speak in whispers of power, balance, and resurrection, revealing a path walked by seekers of wisdom throughout the ages. This is not merely history. It is a key waiting to be turned, a door waiting to be opened, an invitation to uncover your own potential. Picture a builder, not one who lays bricks or carves marble, but one whose true work lies in shaping the invisible, in constructing something far more enduring than any physical structure, the temple of the self. His tools are not hammers and chisels, but metaphors of deeper truths. The square, representing moral integrity; the compass, a guide to balance and self-restraint; the all-seeing eye, a symbol of heightened awareness and spiritual perception. These are not idle emblems, but instruments of an ancient craft that guides those who seek transformation. They challenge the builder to rise above the mundane, to awaken from unconscious existence, and to forge a higher purpose. The builder's journey is not easy. It is one of struggle, of internal battles, of self-discovery. The three great forces, thought, emotion, and action, act upon him in ways that can either lead to mastery or to his undoing. Thought can bring him wisdom, but it can also fill him with doubt. Emotion can inspire passion, but if uncontrolled, it can spiral into chaos. Action can manifest great purpose, yet without direction, it can be reckless and destructive. At first, these forces pull him apart, creating disharmony, and his efforts crumble like an unstable foundation. But with patience, discipline, and self-awareness, he learns to bring them into harmony, shaping not only his temple, but also his very being. This path is one of self-mastery, where every challenge is a test, every difficulty a necessary trial. Like a sculptor faced with a rough block of stone, the builder must confront his own imperfections, chiseling away his ignorance, his fears, his weaknesses, to reveal the essence of something extraordinary. He experiences betrayal, hardship, and isolation, yet he chooses to persist. He does not wait for divine intervention. He understands that transformation is not granted, it is earned. Through resilience and wisdom, he rises from his struggles, reborn not in body, but in mind and spirit. His is also a journey of resurrection. The builder who once faltered, who once doubted, now stands renewed, not because the world around him changed, but because he changed within. He has discovered that the very forces that once threatened to destroy him were, in fact, his teachers. His temple stands, not in the physical world, but in the realm of the unseen, within his character, his choices, his discipline. The path to mastery is not about rejecting darkness or worshiping light, but understanding their interplay. Light and darkness are often seen as opposing forces, yet they are companions on the journey of wisdom. In darkness, one finds the raw material of potential. In light, one finds clarity and revelation. The Masons teach that transformation begins in the void, in the willingness to face what is hidden, to confront fears, illusions, and weaknesses. But too much light, like too much darkness, can be blinding. The task of the builder is balance, to illuminate without being consumed, to embrace wisdom without arrogance, to walk the line between order and chaos. As he progresses, he realizes that true enlightenment is not something external. It is not bestowed by others, nor does it come from books or doctrine alone. It is something cultivated within. This understanding leads him to the stairway, a powerful symbol of growth, where each step is an initiation, a threshold of new understanding. At the heart of this journey stand three great pillars: thought, emotion, and action. Thought is the architect of reality, shaping perceptions, beliefs, and decisions. Emotion is the force that animates life, giving meaning and purpose to existence, but it must be refined, not allowed to run unchecked. Action is the manifestation of both thought and emotion, the means by which the world is shaped. Alone, none of these forces are complete. Thought without emotion is cold and detached. Emotion without thought is reckless and unstable. Without action, both remain unfulfilled. The builder's task is to unite these forces into a single, coherent structure, to bring wisdom, passion, and discipline into harmony, constructing something that endures beyond his fleeting existence. This journey is not only for the builder, it is for each of us. We are all builders, whether we acknowledge it or not. With every decision, every belief, every action, we shape ourselves and our world. The question is, will we take control of the process and build with intention, or will we allow ourselves to be shaped unconsciously by forces beyond our understanding? Will we master the elements within us, or let them control us? The path of mastery and the symbolism of the stairway. What makes a builder whole? How do fragmented aspects of thought, emotion, and action come together to form a meaningful, purposeful life? Mastering this balance is not a single achievement. It is a lifelong practice, a daily commitment to refinement. The world constantly presents challenges that test this alignment, seeking to throw thought into confusion, emotion into turmoil, and action into disorder. The Masonic tradition teaches that by refining these forces, we do not merely shape ourselves, we shape the very fabric of our existence. The stairway is an ancient symbol of this ascent. More than a mere passage upward, it represents stages of enlightenment, levels of understanding that must be earned. It begins at its foundation, flanked by two great pillars, symbols of duality, light and dark, order and chaos, seen and unseen. Acknowledging and embracing this balance is the first step towards self-mastery. As the builder ascends, he encounters 7 steps, each representing a fundamental field of knowledge: grammar, rhetoric, logic, arithmetic, geometry, music, and astronomy. These disciplines refine the mind and spirit, sharpening perception and deepening understanding. Beyond them, another set of 5 steps represents the senses, the tools through which the builder experiences reality. Yet he must learn that these senses can both reveal and deceive, that they are double-edged instruments that must be mastered. At the highest level, 3 final steps symbolize the unification of body, mind, and spirit, the ultimate balance and the culmination of self-mastery. At the stairway's peak stands the all-seeing eye, a symbol of ultimate awareness. It represents vision beyond the physical, wisdom beyond appearances, the ability to see truth where others see only illusion. Framed within a triangle, the sacred trinity of body, mind, and spirit. The eye reminds the builder that true mastery comes from aligning all aspects of the self. The inner temple, a legacy of integrity. But the greatest temple is not one built of stone. It is the temple within, the structure of a man's character, the foundation of his virtues, the sacred space where he confronts himself in honesty and reflection. Every thought, every decision, every action is a stone placed within this inner temple. To live with accountability is to ensure that each stone is placed with care, each aligned with the highest values. Masonic wisdom teaches that what truly matters is not external approval, nor the rewards or titles one may earn, but the knowledge that one has lived honorably. True judgment is not a single moment. It is an ongoing practice, a continuous process of refinement and alignment with truth. The inner temple is a mirror of who we are and what we have built. In the end, we are both the builder and the judge of our lives. And as we conclude this journey, let us remember, the real temple is built from within. Let us be the architects of our own legacy, building with integrity, judging with honesty, and living with purpose.